If hip-hop is the blood that keeps us all alive, then the DJ is the heart that keeps this thing pumping. When I was a young record exec at Bad Boy Records, one of the things that was drilled in our head again and again was if a record was going to be a hit, it had to start and end with the DJ. So we took every record that came out of the studio and rushed it down to the DJs, made them play it in the clubs, made them play it on their mix shows. And if they came back to us and told us this record was a stiff, it went back. But if they said it was a hit, we went all the way with it. That's why this show is so important, because the lifeblood of the music industry was so overlooked for so many years, and the Global Spin Awards finally recognized the most important people in the music industry, which are the DJs. Give it up. Now, this is the biggest award of the evening. We've had a lot of regional awards, we had a lot of national awards, but this is the overall DJ of the Year category. And with that being said, we'll go to the video tape.
DJ of the Year, Calvin Harris. Metro Boomin. DJ Envy. The Chainsmokers. DJ Khaled. Dupree. DJ of the Year.
And the winner is DJ Khaled.
Another one. We the best music. DJ Khaled.
I don't know if you can take it. No, you wanna see me naked. I wanna be a baby. Spinning in this.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Assad. Thank you all the DJs, Sean Prez, Revolt TV, Hip Hop, another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to present the Breaking Barriers Award, presented by Mountain Dew Ice, 8-time Grammy Award-winning songwriter, Usher.
Tonight, I'm here to recognize my brother, JD. Many of you know him as a friend, many of you know him as an artist, many of you know him for his ability to recognize talent before anyone else does. If he's not recognizing and developing talent through the rap game, which is in their 5th season now, he's continuing to not only build upon that idea of making great music and making great contributions to our music, to our culture. I mean, if selling 400 million albums isn't enough, Jermaine Dupree continues to persevere. He continues to build a legacy by way of establishing a record company in 1993. So Def created an amazing roster. If it wasn't Bow Wow, if it wasn't The Brat, if it wasn't Escape, if it wasn't Jagged Edge, and a multitude of other collaborations as well. He was continuing to build upon that legacy with people like myself, Mariah Carey, Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, TLC, and the list just keeps going on. And I mean, I could just continue to talk about all the things that he's done. But what I recognize is that the man is able to be a channel. Be a channel to be able to recognize a person's story and then help articulate it. Something that everybody can benefit from, whether it's love that you're talking about, whether it's a good time that you're talking about and enjoying in the club. He's been able to be a part of curating that soundtrack of the life that we live and the experience that we have in America. So I recognize him for that. I also too recognize him for being a breaker of barriers. To this day, there still is not an R&B album that has sold enough to be certified for a diamond album. And that album is Confessions. That's just to talk about the genius and the barrier breaker that he is. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Don Cheat Cheat, JD, Jermaine Dupree.
Come on. I definitely feel like at some point it was put to be like, this is what you're supposed to do. It's like, regardless of what you want to do, this is your destiny. You're supposed to do this. I kind of always knew that I was going to do music some kind of way, but I didn't like the way that I was being brought into the music. Hip-hop kind of broke the mold of how I was learning, because I was learning from a traditional way. I was going to vocal lessons and I was taking piano lessons, and hip-hop kind of gave me a different avenue to learn a different way. Got opportunity to see the greatest DJs that pioneered DJing at my younger age, and that was just something that I was blown away with. These artists that I was friends with when I was a kid were the biggest artists in Atlanta, and then that energy, I feel, was put in me to become one of the biggest artists in Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play, and we ride on them things like every day. Big beats hit streets, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning.
The DJing part of my life, I feel, was like school for me, because it was the teaching an introduction to all type of music. DJing is like playing a guitar, man. You know what I mean? It's an instrument. DJs all play the same instrument, but they play different. A real true DJ is not scared to take a chance on something that he likes. And if you play it and the people like you, then you've broken ground right there, right? That's a barrier that you've broken.
Now I want to drop the dust. Put the bowl, we burn it up. Drop a little people, they can toss it up. Snacking on your pimpin', turn it up. See the money, y'all.
DJs have made it cool for all races to listen to all music.